My name is Discipline Dave, and I'm here to save your knees. Now, the most effective exercise when it comes to working out your legs is squats. But with that said, it's actually the cause of most people's knee pain or knee damage. But the good news is there's something that you can do about it. In this video, I'm going to explain exactly the techniques that you should be doing to save your knees. Now, if this is your first time tuning in, my channel is dedicated to making sure that you get in the best shape of your life using proper form and technique at home. If that sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So the first thing we need to tackle when it comes to doing squats is your foot position or knee position. The reason why I say or is because your foot position is going to allow your knees to go in the right position so you don't damage your knees. Now, the way that most people squat is that they keep their feet parallel, just straight forward. The problem with keeping your feet straight forward is that you have a tendon that goes over your kneecap. And when you put your knees straight forward or your feet straight forward, it makes it so that it puts a lot more tension and hyperextends that tendon. And over time, that can cause severe knee pain. So all you have to do is this little minor tweak to fix it. Instead of having your feet parallel, you're gonna go ahead and bow them out a little bit. And with that, it's gonna make your knees come outward a bit. This is gonna do two things for us. The first thing is that it's gonna put a lot of stress off of that tendon that goes over your knees. And the next thing it's gonna do for you is gonna make it so that your glutes and your hamstrings are in a stronger position. So when you're coming up on that squat, you can actually squeeze those muscles to give you full contraction of all your legs. See, when you keep your feet parallel, it's harder to really contract those glutes and those hamstrings. Now, I challenge you to do this at home. I want you to keep your feet parallel and I want you to squeeze your butt cheeks in the back of your legs. Now, I want you to bow them out and squeeze them. And if you do this properly, you should feel a stronger contraction when you bow those feet out. So this is really gonna help take all that stress off those knees and put the stress on the muscles that we're actually trying to develop. Next thing we need to do is talk about the distance of how far apart our feet should be. Actually, there's no perfect answer to that because everybody's bodies are different. People are at different heights, they're at different weights, so everybody's position is gonna be different. But this is how you find out what your position is. What I want you to do is get ready to jump high. So imagine that you're trying to dunk a basketball. It's okay, you don't have to actually be able to dunk a basketball, but I want you to imagine it. I want you to be like Mike. Get your legs about shoulder width apart, or any way when you're getting ready to jump, let's say if you play basketball or something, that's the right placement of your feet. So right before you're getting ready to dunk that basketball, the first thing that most people do is squat down, because they're bracing for a big explosion to jump up. Now, before you do that explosion to jump up, look at your feet. That is the distance that you need to be at when you're doing a squat, because a squat is a natural movement. You're always sitting down and getting back up. So you want to make sure that you build in the area where you're actually getting up. So this is going to make it so that it's easier on our knees because this is the natural position that we want to stand up.
All right, so I'm like editing and I forgot to tell you what I really would like for you to do is hit that like button. Not only hit the like button for me, but it helps others out because we need to save their knees also. In addition, I have a workout program. If you're looking to work out your legs at home and you want a day-by-day calendar with instruction, I have a 28-day workout program or a 12-week workout program. And you can also get both at a discounted rate. So all you have to do is hit the join button below and you'll have access to the membership. And I also do giveaways every month. So make sure you check that out and back to the video.
Now next, we're gonna talk about toes and heels. No, not these type of heels, those type of heels. Now when you're squatting, center of gravity is so important. You want a lot of surface area to push away from, because when you have more surface area, it doesn't put stress on the knees. So what that said is, when you're getting ready to squat up, you wanna make sure that your heels are on the ground. They are not up in the air. You're not putting all this pressure on your toes, because with that, you're making that all that force of gravity, if you're on your toes, goes straight to those knees. And over time, that can cause knee pain and damage. Another thing is that it doesn't develop the entire legs, and that's what we're trying to do with the squats. So you want to make sure that your heels are planted throughout the entire set that you're doing. Now this next one is the most common mistake that I see people make. Please don't make this mistake. What you want to do is make sure that your back is straight throughout the exercise. Now, when I say back straight, I don't mean completely parallel. What I mean is a fixed position with the center of gravity coming straight up and straight down. So a way to test this out is I want you to grab a bar. It can be a broomstick, it can be a barbell, either one, it doesn't matter. And you're also gonna need a partner, or if you don't have a partner, a mirror. And I want you to put that on the upper portion of your traps, hold the bar, and then you're gonna tilt slightly forward. And I mean slightly forward. Now I want you to remain in that fixed position of your back, and you're gonna come down and you're gonna come up. Now look at that bar. Is that bar going in a straight line up and down, or is it moving a little forward and it comes back straight? If that's happening, your back isn't straight throughout the exercise. You have leaks in your foundation. So what's happening is, one, you have too much resistance or too much weight, and you're overcompensating with that, and you're using your back instead of using your legs. So the best way to overcome this is, well, first use the technique and watch the bar with the line. Once you get that down, now you're gonna move on to add resistance. And the other thing is the mental aspect. As you're doing the movement of the squat, I want you to only be thinking about consciously is just pushing up with your legs and coming down. If you are feeling a lot of stress in other areas, or other areas are becoming sore, that's an indicator. One, you need to start developing your lower back, or two, you really need to lower that weight. Now, if this you find difficult, or you're a beginner, or you're just saying, I have a lot of knee pain and I really want to make sure that I can still develop my legs without bothering my knees, I highly recommend using resistance bands. I just did a video last week of the top bands of 2022. So go ahead and check that video if you really want to look at some bands when it comes to developing your legs. Now this next topic, it's very controversial. Should you have your knees over your toes when you squat, or should you have your knees behind your toes? Now for many years, I always believed that you should not have your knees past your toes. I really didn't have any science behind it. It's just something I heard, and I always strive to do that. But with recent experts with science back behind it, for instance, there's a guy whose channel name is Knees Over Toes. He has great information and great science of why knees over toes is actually better for you, and you need to build those up. And he also has exercises that show you how to repair knee damage and prevent knee damage with direct, unique exercises. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description below. And also, leave a comment if you'd like to see a video of me doing those exercises and showing you how to do them properly to really build knee strength. On a personal aspect, my wife, Mrs. Discipline Dave, she has been doing a lot of these knees over toes exercises to help her with knee pain and knee damage because it has plagued her for many years, and she's seen tremendous results. So if you'd like to see those exercises, please leave a comment below, let me know, and I'll make a video about it. In addition, I don't want you worried about your knees prevent you from working out. Make sure that you do work out, because you can definitely get a great leg workout doing a lot of different exercises. So with that said, make sure you click this video next, because I show you the top leg exercises that you can do, and YouTube says you'll like this video. But more importantly, hit that subscribe button.